It all started on this lazy afternoon in my quiet corner of Maplewood Estates, when I spotted her, Susan, my nosy neighbor from down the block, already draped over my backyard fence like she owned the place. Hands planted on her hips, those oversized sunglasses flashing in the sun like some kind of warning signal. "Listen up! You gotta get that pool sparkling by Saturday," she barked, all casual like she was ordering a latte, not commandeering my private oasis. I froze mid-step, coffee mug in hand, thinking I'd heard wrong. "Excuse me?" But no, she doubled down with that smirk. "The community's green-lit my request. My granddaughter's birthday bash is happening right here, whether you like it or not." And that's when the first real knot twisted in my gut, because this wasn't just entitlement. This was her way of flexing some imagined power, born from years of meddling in everyone's business, turning our peaceful suburb into her personal fiefdom. I tried laughing it off at first. "Ha, good one, Susan." But it came out sharp, edged with that disbelief you feel when someone's crossed a line you didn't even know was there. I mean, this pool was mine, built with my own hands after I retired from the service, a little slice of sanity after all those deployments, and here she was claiming it as community property, threatening fines and lawsuits if I didn't play along. No HOA in our neighborhood, never had been. That was her bluff. But damn if she didn't sell it with that ironclad confidence, the kind that comes from getting away with small stuff for too long. Like when she'd borrowed folks' driveways for her yard sales or guilted people into funding her endless block parties. Over the next couple days, she ramped it up, popping by unannounced. "Just checking on the pool prep," she'd say with a wink, even dumping boxes of streamers and plastic cups on my porch like I was her hired help. It grated on me, stirring up old frustrations from my Marine days where boundaries meant everything. And by Friday night, something snapped. Not rage, just this quiet resolve like, if she wants a fight over my land, she'll get one. So under the cover of that soft streetlight hum, I hauled out the pump and started draining it, watching the water seep into the earth. Every gallon a small victory, thinking, this'll show her you can't just take what's not yours. Come morning, there she was storming up my driveway, face twisted in fury, phone glued to her ear. "I'm calling the cops, you monster. You've ruined everything." Her voice echoing like a bad soap opera, accusing me of vandalizing shared assets. And I just leaned on the empty ladder, arms crossed, feeling that first rush of satisfaction as neighbors peeked out, whispering. The cruiser pulled up, lights flashing just enough to draw a crowd, and Susan rushed over, pointing wildly. "He destroyed our pool, officer. It's HOA property." Her outrage so over the top it almost cracked me up, but I stayed cool, handing over my deed like a trump card. The cop's brows shot up. "This is all on your land, sir." And Susan's chin wobbled, but she kept sputtering about rules that didn't exist, until the second car rolled in, and out stepped Sheriff Tom, my old buddy from the flood relief ops back in 18, clapping me on the shoulder with a grin. "Hey, Sarge, trouble find you again." And that's when her facade crumbled, her eyes widening as he chuckled. "Know him? This guy's the reason our department's got top-notch tactics. Trained half our team after his tours." She stammered. Misunderstanding, really. But Tom wasn't having it, pulling up county records on his phone. No HOA, no community anything. And ma'am, filing a false report? That's trouble. Then showing us all a clip of her bragging to a pal by my fence. He won't suspect a thing till the kids are splashing. I hit play on my own cams next, the crowd gasping as it caught her sneaking in, slapping up fake notices, reserved for neighborhood use or face penalties. And one neighbor piped up, "She pulled the same crap with my garage last summer," the mutters turning to outright anger. Tom nodded to his deputy, "Cuff her." And as she thrashed, yelling, "You'll pay for this," I stepped close, voice steady. "Susan, I served so folks could hold their ground, not so you could bully it away." Watching her get hauled off, the applause from the street hitting like a bomb. But deep down, I sensed it wasn't over, that her pushiness stemmed from something darker, maybe jealousy over my independence, or ties to folks who saw our lots as leverage. That evening, as I sat on the porch nursing a beer, letting the adrenaline fade, my phone buzzed. An unknown number, and this gravelly voice slithered through. "You think that's the end? Susan was our front. Now you've pissed off the real players?" Click, gone, leaving my skin crawling, my mind racing back to those hooded shadows my cams caught later that night. Two figures probing my fence with flashlights, not breaking in but scouting. like pros planning a hit. I called Tom right away. "Get over here." And he showed up, guns blazing, but we were a beat late. One guy was already on my steps, patch on his sleeve reading Maplewood Assoc. Fake as hell, since we had no such thing. And he leaned in, breath reeking of stale smoke. Should have let her have it. Dangling a keyring tagged Lot 12. Tom's face hardened. "That's no house. It's a vacant patch under some shady LLC." And as the intruder melted into the bushes at Tom's lights, we pored over the footage, piecing it together. This wasn't just Susan's greed. It was organized, maybe a land grab scheme using fake associations to siphon utilities, control the block, all rooted in some power play by insiders who'd been eroding our freedoms bit by bit. We raced to Lot 12, tires kicking up dust on that forgotten dirt path, and under a tarp in the weeds, there it was. A hulking generator humming low, cables snaking underground straight toward my yard, tapping my power and water, explaining those skyrocketing bills I'd chalked up to summer heat. Deeper in, crates stacked high, ripped one open to find bugs, cams, even drone parts, all shipped from abroad, and Tom's whisper cut the air. "This is big, espionage level, using your place as a hub for God knows what." His words hanging as headlights pierced the dark, 3 dark vans screeching up, guys in matching jackets spilling out, that same fake emblem glaring. "Private land," their leader snarled. But Tom stood firm. Crime scene now? Tension crackling like lightning until his radio buzzed. Intrusion at the house. And we bolted, my heart slamming, arriving to find my gate swinging, a shadow in my kitchen fiddling with my pool filter, gutted and rewired into some blinking transmitter beast. I tackled him. "What the hell?" Pinning him as Tom burst in, gun out. "Espionage gear, signals out." The guy sneering, "You're in over your heads." But then choppers thrummed overhead, feds swarming in black vans, an agent striding up. "Mr. Ellis, we've tracked this ring for months. Your backyard's been their relay for smuggling data overseas, intel on locals, all to manipulate property values, flip the neighborhood to their backers. They dug up my lawn, yanking wires, uncovering files with our secrets, mine on top, and warned, 'The boss is local, watching.' Radio crackling with a sighting at the cul-de-sac's end. We charged through yards, breaths ragged, converging on this calm figure under the lamp. Hood down, and damn if it wasn't Old Man Reynolds, the retired busybody from Oak Lane, always preaching about community order, like it was his gospel. "You should have stayed quiet, Ellis," he hissed, eyes cold. "This block thrives on structure. I provide it, and your independence threatened that." His motive clear now. A twisted control freak using fake HOAs to hide a data theft op, feeding info to foreign buyers eyeing our land. The Fed cuffed him. Game over. But he smirked as a sedan peeled out behind us. "You'll miss the others," until Tom pointed skyward, a drone whirring, tracking them live. Not today. As they dragged him away, the neighborhood exhaled, feds packing up, my yard scarred but mine again, and Tom handed me a letter later. "County thanks for busting the ring," noting my service never stopped. A week on, things settled. Pool still dry under the sun, a reminder of the fight. But neighbors waved warmer. Chats lingered like we'd all reclaimed something lost. I stood there one night pondering a refill, not for crowds but for real folks who get boundaries, smiling at Susan's plea deal keeping her locked up. No more schemes. Yet, whispering doubts linger. Was Reynolds the top, or just a cog in something bigger, maybe even tied to City Hall? Makes you wonder about trust in these tight-knit spots. What do you think? Ever dealt with a neighbor like that? Or spotted hidden agendas in your hood? Drop a comment, share your story. Let's unpack if justice really won, or if we're all one fence away from the next twist. Hit subscribe if these real-life rides hook you. Stay vigilant out there.